Welcome to my first actual programming video. I'm pretty excited about this. So, I am the powerlifting programmer, and today I'm going to run you guys through the Scrum bot. So, this is a little project I've got on my GitHub. It's a nice way to format Scrum Slack messages. So, things you did yesterday, things you're doing today, blockers, notes, etc. I do have a README set up that's going to walk you through your files and how to configure them, but sometimes a video is easier, especially if you are unfamiliar with how to set up and configure Slack. So, excuse me. All right. First things first, you are going to want to clone down this repo. I'm assuming you guys know how to do that. Go over to GitHub, grab your link, come over to your terminal, go git clone link, then you go enter. I've already got the repo cloned down, so I'm not going to do that. First thing I am going to do, though, is go pip3 install -r requirements. Since this is a Python project, I do want to go ahead and install all of my prerequisites. If you're rolling with Python 3, use pip3. If you're with Python 2, pip or pip2, however you have your machine set up. So I've already got all my stuff installed. If you guys don't, it'll go ahead and pull all this for you. But so far, easy peasy. All right. Next, you want to open up your project. I have it open up in PyCharm. You can use whatever IDE you are most confident with. If you wanted to use a text editor, you could do that too. But over here, we have ScrumBot, and then you're going to want to open up configs.json. So, you're going to want a Slack bot token, a channel token, and a username. I wouldn't worry too much about these prefixes or wraps. We'll go over those after a while, but don't worry about those for now. First things first, username. This should be easy. The powerlifting programmer. That's who I am. All right, let's go grab a Slack bot token. So over here on Slack, if you go to api.slack.com and sign in, you are going to want to go over to your apps. Next, you're going to want to create an app. We're going to call this something creative like Scrum Bot Video. Hooray. Okay, we're going to plop it in the powerlifting programmers, and we're going to create an app. Now, someone's going to say, but wait a minute, I thought we were making bots. Why are we making apps? Well, apps are bots are technically bot users in an app. So once you create the app, you create your bot. Okay. So I don't know if you guys caught that or not. I just came down here and clicked on bots. Next, add a bot user. ScrumBot video will be the display name. That's fine. Default username is ScrumBot video. That's also fine. Add a bot user. Click. There we go, success. Next thing we're going to want to do is go to OAuth and permissions. Come on. And install the app to our workspace. This is going to put the app into our Slack channel. So go ahead and authorize that. Now, you have an OAuth access token and a bot user OAuth access token. Keep these secret. This is what is going to allow your bot to authorize into Slack and actually do things. I'm not too worried about these ones because I'll delete this bot before I upload this video, so all good there. Next things next, you are going to want to select permissions and scopes. Since this is a bot, you want it to send messages to Slack, so you're going to want to say send messages as ScrumBot video. This will be your whatever Slack name, but send messages as is what you're after. Explicitly, you want chat write bot. Click him. Hit save changes. Slack is going to whine saying you need to reinstall your app. So let's go ahead and do that. Reauthorize. There we go. Now, remember this bot user OAuth access token? Go ahead and copy him. This is what you put in your Slack bot token. Poof. Easy peasy. Next things next, we want the channel token. easiest way to do this is actually through Slack's web interface, not the actual desktop app, but you're going to want to make a channel. We're going to call this Scrum, I don't know, Playground. That sounds good. Create the channel. Got it. And you see this little GUID up here? This is what you're after. This is your channel ID. There are ways to get this through APIs. This way's easier. So we come back over here, and we plop that in there. All right, configuration done. Now, the one thing that we did not do is invite the bot to our actual channel. So let's go invite at ScrumBot video. Let's go ahead and invite him in here. And then go to our terminal. So I roll with Python 3, so Python ScrumBot, header. There you go. ScrumBot launches up. It'll tell you what it can do, how to format things. It will try to load up previous day's data, of which I have none, so ScrumBot says I'm sorry, and off to the races we go. So, just to give you guys an idea of how to use this guy, we can say this is a sample item from yesterday. 2 dashes indicate a sub-bullet. This is a sample sub-item from yesterday. Blank line to get to the next prompt. This is a sample item from today. Hooray. This is a sample sub-item from today. Woohoo. Alright. Blockers. No blockers. And then any notes. I like programming. Woo! Okay, there we go. So then ScrumBot will say, I've generated the following table based on your input, formats everything all nice and pretty, and then says, would you like to send these notes to Slack? We say yes, hit enter, exited, and Slack says, hey, guess what? ScrumBot video is posting notes for the powerlifting programmer, and there are our Scrum notes, all nice and formatted, nice and pretty. Hooray! Just for the fun of it, this does include word wrapping, or I guess text wrapping. So if you were to type a whole bunch of stuff, it would actually wrap the text and preserve the formatting, so you don't have to worry about that there. Also, just to go over the files, you do have a history JSON, which will, this is almost like a local database. It will keep all your stuff saved. So whenever you were to launch the bot tomorrow, it will actually show you your history. So let's say that we change our date, just for the fun of it, to yesterday, and make ScrumBot here think that it's a day in the future. It will load up your history and say, you know, that's what you worked on yesterday. So that's kind of nice. The other feature worth noting is you do get a history text file, which will list out history in text format. So that's pretty much it. Not sure what else I can tell you guys about this. That is more or less how you configure, how you get things running, how the interface works, and how it posts to channels. Let me know if you guys have any questions.